What's going on, guys? My name is Grace and welcome to Fandom Friday Halloween edition. So this week's episode is going to be different to other weeks because this is purely going to be Halloween episodes. Now, for me, Halloween was yesterday, and for some people it's right now-ish. So, let's get started. Now, I have some categories, but they'll get thrown out the window pretty soon because of me getting sidetracked, which I do a lot. So let's get started. Now, when I think of Halloween episodes or anything to do with Halloween, I think of the TV shows that I've watched as a kid, now, teenager, and everything. And one of the things that keep popping up in my head is the Halloween episodes of Rugrats. Now, if you didn't watch Rugrats as a child, well, let me explain. It's about these kids who do adventures, basically. And there was this one episode where the only reason I like it is because they had like a reptile candy thingy, and everyone, like Angelica, went crazy over it, and that. And I've always wanted to try one. Simple as that. But then there was this other episode. I think there was another episode that related to this, but it was called Curse of the Werewolf. And it was where all the kids went trick-or-treating, and Chucky was in a werewolf outfit. And there was another episode, I think, where he was a werewolf as well. But, if you don't know, Chucky is my favourite Rugrat. I just love him. I also have a pop vinyl figure of him. That's over there-ish. But he's like the best. I just love him. And speaking of werewolves, I don't think this was a Halloween episode. I have to watch it back. But it was Boy Meets World. I think it was season 1. It was when Corey was going through puberty, and they made like werewolf and puberty like the same thing. So Corey thought he's becoming a werewolf, and that episode is important because it was their first kiss. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And then Topanga was like, you know how I feel for you, Corey? And that. So that's Boy Meets World. Another Boy Meets World one is the one where Sean, and there was only Sean, I think it was called. And all I can really, I remember the whole episode. It was very creepy, actually. But the thing that pops in my head is, what's the brother's name? Eric says, "Oh my God, they killed Kenny," and I'm pretty sure that's a reference from South Park, and that, I like that. Another one that is my all-time favorite Halloween episodes, just because I love it, is the Halloween episode Friends, season 8, episode 6. The one with the Halloween party, I believe it's called, where Ross dressed up as Spudnik. Chandler was forced to be dressed up as the Easter Bunny because he said to Monica that his favorite book was The Velveteen Rabbit. I think, yeah, I'm remembering that. Joey went as Chandler. Monica went as Catwoman. Phoebe went as Supergirl. No, Superwoman. Supergirl? Yeah, Supergirl. I think, or Wonder Woman. No, Supergirl. Yeah, Supergirl. And Rachel, she didn't really go anything. She was just, in her words, I'm pretty sure it was, I'm wearing this dress because I cannot fit into it. Because at the time, she was pregnant. And everything. And that was also the episode where we find out that Phoebe's twin sister, is engaged. Well, no, we meet, the Ursula's fiance, and then Phoebe gets a crush on him, and he's just up his solar system and all that stuff. So was there another Friends one? I'm pretty sure there was. Chandler. Honestly, though, oh yeah, when they were saying who can win a fight, Chandler or Ross. Oh, they'll never know. And then Chandler's last words of the episode was, I'm gonna kill myself, because he just spent like a couple of hours arm wrestling with Ross and then with Monica. So that would have killed him. Another one. Okay. Austin and Ali. Now, there's been a few Halloween episodes, but one that I think brought something to the story, because most Halloween or, holiday editions, they don't really bring something to the story. From my point of view, they don't really amount to anything. They just sort of forget it ever happened. Was Costumes and Courage, where Austin was invited to a party where he got to sing with Taylor Swift, and then Des was, oh my god, it was Des. Des dressed up as Austin. And I think Austin was like a gladiator or a Spartan Roman warrior thing. And that was the first episode where Ali got confidence to sing in front of people, even though it was in a costume. She sang. The people should really have known that it wasn't Taylor Swift, but I love that duet of I think it's called Don't Look Down, and that can mostly go to any ship song, especially Percy and Annabeth in the hell. I can't say it. Another episode was The Big Bang Theory, the first Halloween. I think it was in the first couple of episodes, where Sheldon went as some sciencey thing, starts with P, and Leonard went as a hobbit, an elf thing. But that was also a big episode because, again, like Boy Meets World, it was Lenny's first kiss. And if you don't watch Big Bang Theory, they're the like overall couple from day one, literally. My favorite episode of Big Bang is the episode where Penny gets addicted to playing games. If you haven't seen that episode, I'll try to remember and put something up there if I know how to do that. What else? Oh, there was a Austin and Ali and Girl Meets World crossover, where they went to a haunted mansion, and I think Ali was a tomato and Austin was bacon. And I think Maya and Riley were like Victorian thing, or that was just I think they did like a little song thingy. And that, but I like that because it reminded me of back when Disney did the like 3-part crossover twice. Because I know there was a crossover. There's a crossover on Sweet Life of Zack and Cody where Raven and Hannah were there. I don't think Raven had an episode there, did they? I don't know, I have to remember. I have to rewatch it. But there's that one, and then there's Sweet Life on Deck with Hannah Montana and Wizards of Waverly Place. That's a mouthful and a half. Speaking of Sweet Life and Zack and Cody, I've got. If you're wondering why I'm looking here, I've got like a little piece of paper, and that still doesn't help me. But Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, the Go Sweet 13, and that one had everyone. It had Maddie, Ashley Tisdale, it had Zach, it had the mom, it had Esteban, Julio, Ricardo, Ramirez, Montoya. I can't remember, I'll try to. It's very hard. Whereas Cody said, or Zach said. One of them said, because no one's got the time to say it. Because he goes, no one calls Esteban, Julio, Ricardo, Morez a thief or a liar or whatever. But that was like really creepy, and it's also a meme when he's doing the seance. And he looks really creepy. Yeah. And then there was like Sweet Life on Deck with Bailey getting possessed by a crown. And that. What else? Smallville. So Smallville, its episode was called First, and it's the episode where Elena, not, wrong show. I was close. Lana Lang. She becomes like a vampire and like drinks Superman's blood. And like that was like the first inkling like she had that he was different. But like it took so long. That's the thing I've noticed about CW shows. If you don't know that they're a superhero, you're not important. You're never going to be important to the plotline. Because in the CW shows, everyone, it doesn't matter. People will eventually, everyone will know. It's like Arrow. Everyone knows he's the Arrow. I mean, everyone's had like a little gut feeling since season 1. I'm getting sidetracked. Then there's the Vampire Diaries. Okay, so this one, there's a few Halloween episodes, but this one is somewhat big because it keeps getting brought up technically. It's when Vicky's a vampire and she goes to find Matt, and like Elena's in her nurse costume and can't remember what Matt was in, and Vicky ended up dying, and which was really, really sad. Didn't like that. I'm not over it. And that happened in season 1. And how many seasons are there? 8? And a few spin-offs, and I'm not over it. And I never will be over it. Yep. Glee, when they did the Rocky Horror Show, I think that was the first time they did a full-on musical. And that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. iCarly. There was the first episode where I think Freddie was dressed up as like a butterfly, or Carly was dressed up as a butterfly. But there's like, if I can figure out how to do it, I'll put a picture of like the first Halloween episode they did here, and then the last one they did here. Or you can just look it up and you can just see how different they are. Because I call everyone in the first season or whatever of TV shows like babies, because they look like babies. I don't care if they're younger or older than me. They're babies. So that's like Carly. I got a lot. Just need to remember them all. Young Dracula. Hello Scream. Season 1, episode 12. Vlad was so close. So close to becoming human. Which, I love Young Dracula. If you haven't seen it, 10 out, well, 9 out of 10 only because of the last season. If you minus some people. Yeah, well, speaking of vampires, I've recently watched My Babysitter's Vampire. What? I mean, I gotta throw in a Dracula voice. Where I can't speak English. There was a Halloween episode where Rory, if you haven't seen it, he puts on a mask. He was told not to touch anything, but he put the mask on. And basically, people in their costumes, he could make them real. So there was like a ninja person with like a foam sword, and he made that real. And then the mum was a witch. And, oh my god, Benny. Benny was a wizard Mexican wrestler. And Ethan was the guy from Dusk, and Sarah was the girl from Dusk. I shipped Sarah and Ethan. I was so close. Can they make another season just so they can get together? Or a movie? I'm getting sidetracked again. I do this a lot. Will and Grace. I think it was when Jack was Jack Cher? I'm sure Jack's definitely dressed up as Cher at one point. Johnny and Clyde? I don't know. But like, Jack and Karen did like a couple's outfit. And I think they ran into some drag queens. Yeah. Next one, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's literally a thing I hope they're going to continue no matter what. Because it happened in season 1 where Jake was like, I'm going to steal this out of thingy, and they made a best, and then they said, they had to say something like Jake is the greatest detective and smartest or whatever. And then one year when Jake, season 3 I believe, when Jake and Amy were dating, Amy won. Because Captain Holt and Jake were there. They didn't want her in because they thought she was going to be a spy for the other one. So she ended up doing it. So she became the queen. What else? If you've ever seen Alf, he's a little alien from the planet Melmac. I watch a lot of shows that were before my time, before I was even born, but it's amazing. He's so cute. If you didn't know, Alf is, well, from the planet Melmac. I think he crash landed. And there was a Halloween party, and this was like the first time Alf went outside of, saw people that weren't part of the Tanner family and I always liked those episodes. Another one, Pretty Little Liars episodes. Now these ones I really like because these ones really bring the story forward. They bring something to the overall thingy. So I think there was a Halloween flashback episode where Ali was Lady Gaga, Emily was Pocahontas, Hannah was Britney Spears, Spencer was Queen Victoria, and Aria was... What was Aria? She was something. Will come to me. I don't mind. And that's when we had the flashback with the girl falling down the stairs, and then in season 7, I don't know if that was confirmed, because that was part of the dream sequence where Alison told Dream Hannah that Noel was the one that pushed her down the stairs. So that could have been but that flashback. Another flashback episode was the Ravenswood episode. Yeah, Ravenswood episode. Where they go to Ravenswood and there's a party with not Miss Grundy, might be Grundy, and she explains how Alison's alive, and then they all go to a party trying to find Alison, and then at the end we find like Ezra's like, well, the episode before that we find Ezra's a bit, he's sort of technically A. I count Ezra as A. He wore a black hoodie and he was stalking the girls. He's A. But when Ali said, "Did you miss me?" in her red coat, and how she saved Emily, and I'm an Emerson shipper, and that, but like, Cece was a psychotic. She's a psychopath. She's the top level, but she helped Alison save Emily. So like, I can give some heart. Like, I can give her some love for that. Then there was the episode with the train. And I think that was, like, the episode where everyone was like, that's evidence that Aria's A, because, like, she did something. She did, like, read her name in, like, the fog on the window. Then there was, like, the Adam Levine cameo. When he did the song. And then, what's his face? Oh my god, I haven't watched these in ages. When, was it Aria? Aria was in the box with Garrett. I think his name's Garrett. I've watched a lot of TV shows and there's a lot of Garretts. So that brought that along, and then we find out those two people, which was Veronica and Wilden. What Wilden? Boy shorts? Something. Any other Halloween episodes? Technically all of them could be Halloween episodes, but they're not that scary. Another episodes I like, which there's a lot of them but I can't really pronounce them, is Y50 Halloween episodes. They're very fun for me to watch. Somewhat scary, but they're fun. Like the first one I believe was a satanic one, where this person was going to make offerings, you know, the devil or something. And they're pretty good. Hawaii 5-0, 10 out of 10 recommend. honorable mentions. Okay, so this episode wasn't a Halloween episode, I don't think, but it was the OC, Season 2, Episode 14, The Moment That I Love, is when Seth and Summer recreate the famous Spider-Man kiss. Mask and all. Mask, rain and all. And that is the best. I'm not sure if it was Halloween episode. It wasn't, because they do a lot of Christmas Carol, which is Christmas on Hanukkah. Another honorable mention is Degrassi minis. They're Monster Moon, I think it was called, Part 2 with Eclair, which is it was really stupid, but it was like very funny. So there's another one I like, because Claire was a zombie and Eli was a vampire, and that. And here's another honorable mention: Legend Tomorrow E.T., where Ray, about to say Roy, I'm pretty sure had like an alien or something, and then like they did the E.T. with the bike over the moon. And that. This episode wasn't a Halloween episode, and I'm pretty sure it didn't really have anything to do with Halloween, but it's definitely one of the scariest episodes in the whole, it's one of the scariest episodes and monsters. So Doctor Who, Blink. Now if you don't know what Blink the episode was, it's David Tennant episode with Martha Jones, but they weren't really in it, but it was the introduction to the Weeping Angels. Now they were the first monsters that really scared people. Like, I don't trust angels anymore. I mean, I didn't before. But, just no go. Don't go near them. No. Because if you turn your back to them or you blink, they can move. And, then later on with Matt Smith, they made a monster called the Silence. And you can only see them. You can only remember them while you're looking at them. The moment you turn away, you'll forget them. So imagine if they teamed up. That's a Halloween in itself. What else? Legend Tomorrow. Yeah. Alright. Oh, like 70 show. There's been a few. There was one where they weren't past their permanent records. And we find out Jackie's middle name's Beluya. And Michael Kelso is 18 in that. And then there was another episode where Fez dressed up as Batman and went trick-or-treating. And then there was one where Fez was in stilettos and that, and he injured himself. And it was very it was a creepy episode, sort of. And that. Okay, let's get to ones that I think you can watch just whenever, and if you want to, okay, spookish. Strange Things. I think that's a very okay one, just to watch any time, but Halloween gives it that bit of a spooky edge. Another one. This one is if you don't want to be scared, but you want a bit of mystery, is Scream Queens. That one's an okay one. This one's sort of a own season, but it's not a season, it's just individual episodes. The Simpsons, the Treehouse Horrors. Now, I remember a few of them. And there was one where Homer's like, give me the bat, give me the bat, give me the bat. And then there was one where Bart had an evil twin, and he turned out to be the evil one. Or there was this one where the groundskeeper Willie, was that his name? I went all murderish and that. That's stuff that pops up in my head. But if you could watch all of those as their own personal series, I think there's 30 of them. And last thing is The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Now, I'm only on episode 8, and I already love it. Ship Sabrina and Harvey. Aunt Helga, I think that's her name. She is the best. I want her as my aunt. She can be my aunt. She can adopt me. I am fine with that. But I'll talk more about it when I'm finished. I'll make another video and that. Yeah. So far, I really like it. From the trailer, it looked really, really scary. But now that I've seen it, it's not that scary. Scary at all. I just purposely made it creepy. But what the creepy thing is, in part 8 or 7, World Weird, or the demon queen in the teacher's body, ordered pizza, but she wanted the person, and that person was Ben from Riverdale, who recently, just spoilers, died on Riverdale. So he's part. Does he have a twin? Who knows? I think that's all of. There's a lot of Halloweens I'm probably definitely missing. I think that might be all. But one thing I want from CW shows, especially Flash. Most importantly, Flash and Arrow or Supergirl. I want Halloween when Barry or Oliver see kids in little outfits of themselves. Now, Arrow will probably never happen, but I want little kids in Flash outfits. Because it's like this year. This year's thing was basically be ninja. That was this year's thing. Dress up as ninja. And I 100% stand that. I think like the duos was like Ninja and Marshmallow. If you haven't seen them, they're so adorable. There was this one kid who was literally dressed up as Dr. Lupo's setup. So he had like 3 cardboard monitors and like headphones and everything, and that was honestly adorable. I loved it. This is my Halloween, just a tie. Because I basically dress up as Halloween every day with my Fandom clothes. The real scary thing is if I wore normal clothes. Yeah. That is honestly probably the scariest thing. But like, imagine Barry seeing like a kid in a Flash outfit running, just going vroom, like making that sound. I mean, oh my god, can Nora? No, Nora wouldn't. I need to explain that in another video. I really need to catch up. Any other Halloween episodes? Oh yeah, wasn't Harry like cursed today? Cursed on Halloween? Pretty sure that happened. His parents died on Halloween, didn't they? And he was sent to the Dursleys. Worst mistake ever. But I ain't getting into Harry Potter again. Because that's like a 10-hour rant by itself. I think that'll be it for my Fandom Friday Halloween edition. I'm weird. Okay, so my name is Grace. Thank you for joining me today on my fangirl journey. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!